And because of resistance, you procrastinate. You've probably seen that happen. We always resist the death of a loved one. Like we can't believe it happened and we can't let them go. We just push, we fight so hard against that and we resist that. Hello, my beautiful listeners. Welcome back to the Nourished Connections Podcast. I am your host, Heather Mitchell, health coach Heather. And today I have a topic for you that I feel like we all need to hear. We all need to see what's going on in our own lives. And the topic is resistance. Now, Dr. Joe Dispenza always says this: whatever we resist persists. So whatever it is that we're resisting, that's just what's going to keep happening. More resistance, more not doing the thing we want to do, whatever it is. So what are some things we resist? We resist what is happening right now. So whatever's going on in your life right now that you're not happy about, you're probably resisting it in some way or another, resisting to feel the emotions of it, whatever it is. We also resist losing weight. We want to lose weight. We have good intentions to lose weight. We just know it's going to be painful in some way. We have to give up some things and have a sacrifice. So we resist losing weight. We resist making time for more connections, more time with our kids. So we scroll social media, more time with our spouse intimately. We resist that sometimes. Why do we do that? We resist paying the bills. We don't want to do it. We wait till the last day to pay them usually. We resist doing the thing you want to do in your business. So maybe it's starting a podcast, writing the emails, marketing, creating the course, writing the book. All of these things we resist. Why? We're going to talk about the why in a second, but I will say we are thinking thoughts in our head like this is going to take a long time. This has to be perfect and I can't get it perfect. This is going to be very challenging for me to do with the amount of time I have now. People aren't going to buy whatever my course is or whatever I have. We just have all these thoughts that keep us in resistance from doing the thing that we want to do. It could be leaving a toxic marriage. Now, I'm never one to say leave your marriage, but I do have a friend who's been in a very bad marriage since the day they got married. So sometimes people really turn on a dime. You can't predict what's going to happen, but in the case of my friend, she continues to live with this man in separate bedrooms. There's no love there. She doesn't have any feelings for him. She's totally numb to feeling anything for him at all. And she resists getting out of it. I don't know why. There's no kids involved. There's nothing there other than her resistance of, I don't want to have to go live with my kids. I don't want to make them uncomfortable. I don't want to put anybody out. I won't have any money. All these thoughts cause resistance to leave a toxic relationship or do what you got to do. There's resistance there. How about getting to know your neighbors? A lot of us have resistance with getting to know just our neighbors, being more friendly, inviting people into your home to have dinner or to hang out. We have resistance over reading that stack of books that are on your nightstand. Are you like me? You got a stack of books, and whatever reason, if we were to sit down and ask ourselves, why am I not reading those books? Why is it not getting done? It's probably thoughts like, this is too overwhelming. There's too much to do. I don't have time. And so we resist doing the things. We resist daily meditation. We have thoughts like, this won't ever work. It hasn't worked in the past. It's time consuming. Why should I do it? So we don't do it. We resist doing homework. If we're kids, right? Our teenagers, they don't want to do their homework. Why are they resisting it? What are their thoughts? Resisting doing house chores. Well, that's not fun. Nobody wants to do it. So they resist it. Going to maybe a practice of some sports activity that your kids are involved in. maybe a piano lesson they don't want to go to. They're resisting that. We always resist the death of a loved one. Like we can't believe it happened and we can't let them go. We just push, we fight so hard against that and we resist that. We resist the number in our bank account. So we kind of go into the scarcity mode and we panic. There's a lot of resistance there. We resist just getting into action with anything we want to do in life. And because of this resistance, guess what you do? You sit on the fence. You do the same thing day in, day out without any change at all. And then years go by. You're still doing the same things you were doing because of the resistance of change, the resistance of doing something else. And because of resistance, you procrastinate. You've probably seen that happen. Because of resistance, you seek that dopamine pleasure from unhealthy sources like scrolling your social media, probably emotionally eating. Maybe it's porn, maybe it's another addiction of some sorts that you have. And these always lead to addiction because of the resistance. And because of resistance, you're also stuck in overwhelm. So, my friends, why do we do this? Why do we resist our lives and what's happening and what we need to do? It's getting out of that comfort zone. We're comfortable. The brain loves doing what it knows how to do best. Stay cozy, stay in the zone. So, how do we stop resisting? Like, if we truly want to have a better life and a better future, and our kids do too, we got to teach them this. How do we stop resisting? How do they stop resisting? The first thing that comes to mind as a coach is you got to change your thought in your head about the thing you're resisting. So I had to go do some deep journaling today. I journaled and I said, why am I resisting getting these courses created and uploaded so that I can sell them? Because it sounds amazing to sell them, right? To offer this to the world, to have something that they can buy and be some passive income for me. So why am I resisting doing this course and creating these videos? I went through all my thoughts and I'm thinking, yeah, it's just going to take too much time. I don't have that much time. I'm too tired to do it. When I get back from work, I just don't want to do that. My house needs cleaned. My brain will find so many other things to do that it will procrastinate getting these courses done or getting these books. How many years now has it been since I said to you guys, I have some children's books I want to get published? It's been at least 5 years, maybe 6. Are those books published? No. Why not? Because it's too hard. I already sent them off to a publisher. They didn't like them. They kept sending them back, kept getting no's. So I'm not going to do it. But I know I need to do it and I know I want to get it done. I know that that is something that before I die, I got to have these books published. So why am I resisting publishing the books? Maybe that's it. I don't want to die. Maybe I think I'm going to die once the books are published. My work on the earth will be done. It's silly the things our brains come up with. Why we resist so many things and don't get things done. So, how do we change that? How do we stop resisting? This is number one, is to change our thought about one thing at a time until that one thing is completed. So, if I want to change my thoughts about creating a course, I got to give myself a deadline and I have to stop resisting the deadline. So, here's the deadline. And then I have to break even doing the course into tiny little bits and chunks. So this day I will record a 30-minute video or a 10-minute video. And if I were to do that every day, all these courses would be done by now. But because my brain's like, no, that's too long. It's going to take too long. I'm going to get interrupted. It's not going to work out. People aren't going to buy it. Why am I doing this? All those thoughts get in the way of me doing the thing I want to do. And so I resist even more. That's what you're going to need to do, is stop resisting by changing your thoughts. So I have to have thoughts like, When this is done, it's going to explode. And the world is waiting for these courses. Somebody is waiting for this right now, and they can't move on with their life until it's done. If I like really knew someone was on the other side waiting for my courses, I would push myself to get it done, right? If you knew somebody was in a Russian torture camp and they were going to get released the day you got your courses done, wouldn't you have them all done within like a day or two tops? Like within a day, you'd have them done. You would be pushing to get it done. I think we just need to change the mindset up. Almost like I got to do this. There's people waiting for me. People are suffering until they get this in their hands. If you come at it that way from a business perspective, you start really moving into action in different ways. It's incredible. I remember my coach saying, um, what if I were going to cut off your pinky finger by like 5 o'clock if these courses weren't done? Would you get them done? She wouldn't say courses, it was something else, but she'd use that analogy. And we're all like, yeah, we want to keep our pinky finger. I love my pinky finger. So I will for sure get those things done that I need to do. We just change our mindset about it, right? We get into action, and that's what we got to do. And when we can't get into action, what's going on? We need some accountability. Asking a friend to help hold us accountable, hiring a coach who can speak to us for an hour each week to help hold us accountable to our goals and our dreams and what we want to get done until it's to completion. And you just got to remotivate yourself through visualization and meditation daily. Those self-care practices help you reset the dream you want for your life. And you have to get into the feeling as if it's already done. And when you can step into the feeling of having the thing you want, it will change everything for you. I promise. In fact, the only thing that's remotivated me when I lacked motivation is to listen to mentors and read books that have people like Tony Robbins, people like Mel Robbins, people like Joe Dispenza, Brooke Castillo. Even Will Smith has some great motivational things out there, right? There's so many awesome people that really can jocko willink, right? That can really drive in the motivation when you're just feeling depleted and you don't want to go on and you're just stuck in a rut. You have to force yourself to listen to those mentors, listen to those books, listen to those YouTube quick little motivational things. And then you have to commit. You have to recommit to your vision that you want for your life. And if you don't have a vision, start a vision board. You've got to have an idea of what you want your life to look like in the next 5 to 10 years. Like if money weren't an issue, what would you do? Who would you be? Where would you go? And when you can create that vision for yourself and meditate on it daily, that's when your body just intuitively starts knowing what to do and gets into action for you. Like all these ideas start to come. You start to see signs from the universe that, yes, everything's working out for me. Signs from God, whatever you want to call it. But I'm telling you, it makes a big deal. I mean, it makes a big difference when you stop resisting the things you know you should be doing, the life you actually want to have, and step into action, creating it. Do it one thing at a time. Do it one thing at a time, my friends. So, what are we going to do? Seek that support, set some realistic goals, visualize your success, break it down. And if you find yourself resisting a lot and you start judging yourself, just notice the importance of self-compassion, being gentle with yourself and not judging yourself because you're going to resist. It's part of human nature. But I don't want you to resist anymore. And I don't want to resist it myself. Let's step into the life we want to live. Stop resisting what we know we should be doing and just get it done. All right, my friends, have a beautiful rest of your week. And I will see you next week on the Nourished Connections podcast. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hey, if you've ever wanted your child to work with me as their mindset coach, now is the time to do it. Your child can work with me by going to healthcoachheather.com and click on Nurturing Potential on the homepage. This could be their best year ever.